Hope everybody's having a good day today. Just wanted to come by here and show a few knives, talk about a few things. And I've had a good day. Fixing to go in, sitting in a driveway out here. So figured I'd do a little video. But anyway, let's get started. I wanted to show y'all a few things. I picked up this little mini trapper. Needs to be cleaned up. Blade's been rounded off on the end. Anyway, it's a case 6.94 bone handle, and I give $10 for it at the flea market last weekend. But I'm gonna clean it up. There's not a whole lot of scratches or anything like that on the blade, but yeah, anyway, whatever is there, I'll clean up and straighten out that tip and whatever. But that bone's going to be pretty. I love that. Anyway, just wanted to show you that. Good little find. Got good snap to it. I like that. Got this the other day in a little package deal I picked up from a This is a Simmons Hardware Company knife, which was, I'm thinking, EC, which began as EC Simmons, which also made King Cutter. I don't know a lot about them, so in order to save some face and not look like an idiot, I'm going to shut up. But it's Simmons Hardware Company, and it says Simmons Special on it. It's a 3-blade knife. It's got the clip point, which is heavily sharpened down, worn down. The spay blade, which is heavily sharpened and worn down. And an awl, or a hole punch, right there, that's in decent shape. The knife overall is in good shape. It's still got good snap. It says Simmons Special right there on the little shield on the front. I cannot get this camera to focus. Man, y'all, my camera is garbage. Of course, I've had this camera for 7 or 8 years, something like that. It's old. It's an old Galaxy Samsung. So I'm due an upgrade. But you know how it is, and when you get older, you kind of you find something you like, you just kind of stick with it. Me and technology don't really jee-haw, so I don't know. I'm hanging on to it. I'm gonna ride this train as long as I can. Anyway, I need to upgrade my phone. I know that. Bear with me. Anyway, I got those 2 old crusty knives, and I was going to show you something that's really cool. This is one I found at an antique store a while back, along with another knife that I ended up trading to Bubba at Bubba's EDC. And I traded him for a CRKT. But anyway, this is one that I had gotten with that knife that I had traded him. And it's a Double Eagle. It is new old stock, still in the box. And I give little to nothing for it. And it was in a display at an antique shop. And I mean, like, I think I give $10 or something. It wasn't much, but it still has the little Double Eagle sheath that it come with, factory. And then the knife is never cutting anything, never been carried. It's been in the box. It's got a little tarnishing right there I need to clean up. on the brass bolsters, but it's an Imperial Double Eagle, and it's the Frontier edition of knives. But this thing is mint as mint gets. It's never seen use. It's never been carried. You can see the tang stamp says, no, you can't see the tang stamp because my camera sucks. Let me see. Anyway, it's a Frontier. It says Double Eagle on the blade. Still all there. Anyway, I thought it was really cool. It's a small knife, little bitty, not big at all. But it is like, I mean, it is brand new. It ain't like brand new. It is brand new. Still in the box, paperwork, everything. Had to pick it up. But you can see it's the Frontier Double Eagle by Imperial. Anyway, it's got the model number there on it if you're interested in that. It's a 4715. Box is in decent shape, but it's dated 1976, and it's been in the box since new. Pretty cool. And one the similar shape, size, and that I picked up a little while back. I got a deal on for 15 bucks, and it's brand new. Come in the box with all the paperwork, the little tissue, and it's the Case Camo Caliber, small caliber, and that's it. It's a lockback, brand new. Not a high-end knife. It's not a, but it's made well, and it's a good EDC knife, good carrier. But it is roughly the same size as that little Frontier, and you can tell it's kind of the same shape. So it was designed after that style of knife, like a folding hunter. But it's a lockback, and I thought it was really cool because I've seen the black calibers, but I haven't seen a camo one, and I'm sure they make the large caliber in camo as well. So maybe one day I'll find a big one. Anyway, good little knife. I like it. I like it a lot. Had to have it. And so a few weeks back, my wife, well, no, this is probably a couple months ago now, my wife decided that she was going to give it a go. She seen a few case pocket knives that she was interested in, and she was digging on them, and she's like, man, that's really neat. So she just kept, I mean, you already understand. If you're a knife guy, you know, when you start looking at them, you can't stop looking at them. Well, the bug got her. But it didn't stick. She just couldn't get into it. But not before she decided that she wasn't going to be a collector, but not until after she had already purchased a couple of knives. And she just told me, she's like, well, I just can't really get into it like you, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get into it or whatever, so I think I'm going to get rid of these and move them on. And I'm like, no, you're not. Hold the phone. I want them. So I've done some horse trading with my beautiful wife, Tammy, and I ended up with 2 knives that she ordered. And I wanted to show you these. This is a Trapper. I do not, for the life of me, know what this is called. This knife came in a box. Y'all have to let me know what this is called. It came with a box, but it came with the wrong box. and the box didn't have a label that told me what this was. All I know is it's a trapper, and it's Karenite, and it's a case, and it's like a 20 24. Yeah, 24. And it's got fingerprints all over it because it's a fingerprint magnet. But man, I want y'all to look at this. Look how beautiful that is. It looks almost like, I would call it galaxy. It looks kind of like the Milky Way galaxy, but it's glittery and sparkly and pink and blue and purple. And man, I just thought it was cool. I couldn't let her get rid of it. I thought it was cool enough that I wanted to own it. Anyway, beautiful knife, full-size trapper. It's spotless, other than fingerprints. But she picked this up along with another knife that I'll be showing in another video. And I got this from her. So thank you, Tammy, if you're watching. I don't think she watches my videos, but anyway, my beautiful wife, Tammy. Thank you, baby. Love that, y'all. Had to have it. I picked up something else the other day, and I showed this to my dad yesterday. I was up here we've got an outdoor flea market. Probably not even, I mean, it's a 10-minute walk from where I live here. And they set up every weekend, every Saturday, every Sunday, like clockwork. As long as it's not dead middle of winter and snow on the ground and ice on the ground, there's somebody there set up. And so I'm there every Saturday morning. And sometimes even on Sundays, I'll make a walk through and check out everybody's table and see what everybody's got. And that's where I find a lot of my knives. But anyway, I was there last weekend, and there was a guy sitting there selling some homemade leather, like wallets and stuff. And I think that's all he had was some wallets. No knife slips, no knife sheaths, no nothing like that. Just homemade wallets that he had made. And I mean, ridiculous prices on this leather stuff that he had made. And whenever I say ridiculous, I mean, dude was giving his work away. And it was crazy. So I walked up to the table and I seen this little minimalist, if I can say it right, minimalist wallet. And I've been looking at them online and from a few other people that make leather goods and stuff like that. And I've been thinking about getting one. So, but this dude had this thing sitting on the table, and look at this, y'all. And he had made it. A little bit of cash in there. But it's got all my cards, my cash, and look how thin it is. Dude, I love that. Dude had this for $5 on his table. I'm like, get out of here, dude. Are you serious? $5? He's like, yeah. He said, I just started making leather. Started getting into leather work and stuff like that. And then I just started making this stuff. And I was like, well, I want that. I said, you ain't got any more, do you? And he said, no, of course. You know, but if he would have had 10 on the table, I'd have bought every one of them for $5 a piece. That's unreal. Yeah, he was selling himself way short, and I told him that after I got it. Of course, I had to wait until I bought it. I said, dude, you need to be asking a lot more than that for these. I said, the quality, the stitching, the burnishing, the thick leather. I'm going to guess this is about 6 or 7 ounce leather. It's fairly thick. Probably 5 on the little sides right here. Probably 5 ounce. but the stitching is great. The varnishing is great. Definitely worth $5. But he said, well, he was like, well, how much would you charge? I was like, if it were me, just because I'm knowledgeable, I would charge $25 for that right there, at least. That's minimum. So I'm gonna see if he's back up there tomorrow, and if he is, I bet he's changed his tune a little bit. But anyway, I was glad I could get that. I've been wanting one, and for $5, it was just a deal. So anyway, carrying on me today, I'm carrying my Richter knife slip, and got Dad's old trapper in there, and I still have yet to cut anything. Now I take that back. I opened one. No, I opened all of it. We got like 7 or 8 things in the mail, and I opened all of them. So I cut open some envelopes with Dad's old trapper. But so she's starting to get some use. But anyway, love this. It is a beautiful little knife. Beaver Creek Knife Company. And anyway, that's what I'm carrying today. And while I've got your opportunity, if you've hung around long enough to hear me ramble and talk about a bunch of nonsense, let me go ahead and tell you this. Let me go ahead and tell you something about a man from a man from Galilee named Jesus. Anyway, carry that on me. Don't leave home without it. Anyway, I just wanted to show y'all a few knives and get y'all a video out here. So, and I hope y'all are having a good day. I was supposed to upload a video yesterday, and I was going to, but I just wasn't feeling it. I was in a mood yesterday, and I just could not. I mean, the devil was on my back. I just couldn't do it. And but today I said, regardless, I'm getting the video out. Devil, get off my back. Anyway, I know a man that's got me. His name's Jesus. Yeshua. Yes, sir. All right, dudes and dudettes, I'm gonna get off here. I hope y'all have a good day. Good rest of the day. And I'll see y'all in a couple of days. Peace.